formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate Formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-680-9903. That's 1-800-680-9903. Supplies are limited. One free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-680-9903. That's 1-800-680-9903.
Whenever I'm feeling a little down under, I can always count on Nate and Brian for their interesting perspective on topics important to freedom and civil rights by listening to the At Odds Show. Nate and Brian cover important topics with insight, intelligence, and of course humor. I can always expect a laugh or two. So if you want to be informed and have a great time, give these guys a listen.
At Odds.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDoug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDoug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDoug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
The At Odds Show with the greatest political talk show hosts in history, Nate and Brian. And it's sad that they actually believe that. So give a listen because the delusional need love too.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive. And I'm not sure who to call, but I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free. Just for calling 877-887-4991. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-887-4991. That's 877-887-4991.
Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Nate.
And from all of us at Odds, we want to wish you a Happy New Year.
All right. This is At Odds. I'm Nate. That's Brian. We tried.
Brian.
We tried to do a better version of that, but it wasn't happening. So
No,
that
because we were
that was the best you were going to get. Hey, before you get into anything, this is important. You know we rarely get hate mail more than 17 times a show.
No, yeah, we get a lot of hate mail.
But we got some during the break.
Okay.
It's from my dad, actually. So
he hates us. What'd Papa say?
He was a little upset with you.
Really? Me? He loves me.
I mean, unrelated to the show or anything.
Oh,
He's
yeah, just
he's
general.
Upset with you. No,
Yeah.
I just wanted to clear up that he does like dogs.
Oh, okay.
A lot.
Okay.
He always had dogs.
Yeah.
That's all.
He doesn't like
he loves
slobbering?
dogs, and
I'm not buying it.
next time, if you could maybe use less swear words when you email us, that'd be good, Dad. But
okay, thanks. I love Papa. So I'm
joking.
He hates dogs. He actually goes to that Chinese place that was selling dogs, and he was buying dog fillets. Nothing like a good
pit bull filet.
So, the first U.S. colony.
Yeah.
Well, U.S. colony?
Which
That's not
American?
right. Yeah. American colony.
Was the first. Really, it's not an American colony, right? It's a British colony.
Right.
So it's really a stupid question.
You asked it.
I know. Which British colony in the Americas was the first to enact anti-slavery legislation?
Well, we had guesses.
Now, a lot of people...
We had 12 guesses.
Well, wait a minute. A lot of people think, they had to be in the 1860s, right? Civil War. Go ahead. What were some of the
you mean
guesses?
the colonies in the 1860s?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to say is there were 12 guesses. Okay. None of them were correct.
Right. But we had some,
Well, all 12 colonies except the one that's the right answer.
Yeah, right. All right, so you want me to tell you the right answer?
Yeah, what was it?
Dang it.
Oh,
Massachusetts.
Man. Massachusetts.
In 1641.
Yeah.
Very shortly after, Europe got to the United States, or into the Americas, they coded it in their bodies of liberties, right? That was their laws. And so Massachusetts, 1641, anti-slavery. So all of those social justice warriors that said, we can't stand Americans had slavery. We can't enjoy anything in life because of slavery and you're white and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but
there were lots of people that were against slavery.
But that was before we became America.
Right.
Once we became the United States of America.
Yeah,
listen, that's when slavery really hit its high point.
America screwed the Indians out of Manhattan because they bought it for $14 in beef.
That is not true.
It was the British that did that. It wasn't the United States.
Come on. And who actually had rights to that land to sell it? Do some research into that story.
I would assume the indigenous people had a priority to that land.
The ones that sold it?
Yeah. I don't know if...
Yeah, okay. Look into that a little bit, and you'll see that there's even more to it than that.
I have some bad news for this day in history if we're going to go talk about America. Because on this day in 1890, right, December 29th...
You just complained about how people hate America and always talk about all the bad stuff that happened. Now you're going to talk about the bad stuff that happened.
In the final chapter of the America's Long Indian Wars, the U.S. cavalry killed at least 168 Sioux at Wounded Knee on the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota. The U.S. was worried because the Pine Ridge Reservation started doing the ghost dance, which was a spiritual movement which taught that Indians had been defeated and confined to reservations because they had angered the gods by abandoning their traditional customs, which goes back to religion and how evil religion is, my opinion. Many Sioux believed that if they practiced the ghost dance and rejected the ways of the white man, the gods would create the world anew and destroy all non-believers, kind of like the Muslims today. Some Muslims, I should say, including all of the non-Indians, right? Which would be all of the Christians and anyone who didn't believe in Islam. So on December 15th, 1890, reservation... What?
You're really mixing your stories here.
What?
The Indians were not... they weren't practicing Islam.
No, I'm saying that the idea is the same. They felt that their God... would destroy all non-believers.
Yeah.
Radical Islam believes that they should destroy all
you're
infidels.
Confusing me.
And I'm saying religion is bad in that regard. All right. So reservation police tried to arrest Sitting Bull, the famous Sioux chief, who they mistakenly believed was a ghost dancer, and he wasn't. And they killed him. Increased the tension at Pine Ridge. On the 29th, the U.S. Army 7th Cavalry surrounded a band of ghost dancers under the Sioux chief, Bigfoot. I don't mean to laugh, but Bigfoot, really? All right. Was he a Sasquatch?
He's a monster truck.
Okay, near the Wounded Knee Creek, and demanded they surrender their weapons. As that was happening, a fight broke out between an Indian and a U.S. soldier, blah, blah, blah. It's very similar to the shot heard around the world. And a shot was fired. It's unclear which side shot it. A brutal massacre followed in which it's estimated 150 Indians were killed including women and children. 25 U.S. soldiers were killed.
Yeah.
All right. It was referred to as a battle, but in reality, it was a tragic and avoidable massacre. It's unlikely that Bigfoot's band would have intentionally started a fight because they were surrounded. And they think that the 7th Cavalry was deliberately taking revenge because of Little Bighorn in 1876.
Gun control's bad.
Anyways, no, they had guns. They were trying to take it away.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so anyways, conflict came to Wounded Knee again in 73. Remember? 1973, it was the site of a 71-day occupation by activists of AIM, American Indian Movement, and its supporters who were protesting the U.S. government's mistreatment of Native Americans. During the standoff, 2 Indians were killed, 1 federal marshal was seriously wounded, and numerous people were arrested. And it goes on today with oil pipelines. That is all. That day in history.
Oh, well, in
1890.
In yesterday in history, or what day?
I don't know.
I don't even know what day it is today.
It's
is it
the
New Year's
29th.
yet?
It's not even close.
Oh, Carrie Fisher passed away. There's been a lot of...
I love Carrie.
There's been a lot of...
I'm hearing some background.
High profile.
We are at a New Year's Eve party. And so you will hear some people in the background.
You're going to announce that now?
Yeah.
They've been there the entire show.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So if you hear a little bit of chatter in the background, dishes breaking, people screaming out for help, and I hate Trump, things going on.
Yeah, we're at the DNC party.
Yeah. It's sad.
So what were you saying?
Carrie Fisher passed away. I liked her. She was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what? Most people don't realize that she was kind of a ghostwriter for a lot of scripts and movies.
Yeah.
And she was very well respected for her ability to write scripts and comedy and all that stuff. Excuse me. Did a little hit there of marijuana.
She was also...
the daughter of Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah, who also passed away the day after.
A couple of days after.
Holy cow.
She had a stroke after her daughter died.
Yeah,
which
probably
got to be very tough.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
You don't want to die before your children. That's got to be horrible.
No, you mean you do.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. You do want to die before your children die. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yikes.
But there was a thing. Steve Martin got some flack, right? He was friends with Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
And he wrote on Twitter, he goes, "When I was a young man, Carrie Fisher was the most beautiful creature I had ever seen. Hey, she turned out to be witty and bright as well."
Yeah, and that's it seems like a pretty good compliment to me.
Great compliment. But all the social warriors, oh my God, how sexist is that? You mean she can be beautiful and witty and bright too? Oh my God.
What were you thinking?
Sort of
yeah, and that's not what he meant.
It.
Yeah. Yeah, he deleted it. Cinnabon had was pressured to delete a tweet too because
good stuff.
They put a tweet that said something like, "You'll always have the best buns in the galaxy," because Princess Leia, who Carrie Fisher played, Princess Leia, she had buns on the side of her head,
right?
And so they had a picture of her with a Cinnabon bun
there
instead of the actual bun, and it was
God, you can't do that. Oh, it's terrible, poor taste.
Meanwhile, with all of these celebrity deaths going on, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, I love Charlie Sheen.
Who, given some of his recent medical diagnosis, might be careful what he says.
What was his recent
HIV.
Well, yeah.
He says, in response to all the deaths.
Who doesn't have that?
He says, "Dear God, Trump next, please. Trump next, please. Trump next, please." And like 4 more times. I'm not.
So he wanted Trump to die?
And then a nice middle finger emoji down there.
So Charlie Sheen is not a Trump fan?
He's asking God to kill Trump in 2016.
Oh, well, screw him.
Yeah. But, no, my point is, these other tweets, like the one from Steve Martin that was, "Hey, you were awesome," was deleted.
You're witty
Charlie
and
Sheen,
bright
I
and
just
pretty.
checked. Charlie Sheen is still there.
Yeah, because
and no one seems to care.
Because it's asking for Trump's
Nobody
death.
seems to care.
But then, what people don't realize is, Debbie Reynolds passed away.
Well, people do realize that.
A couple of days later.
Yeah.
Love Debbie Reynolds.